So, I guess the big, you said it already, Marcus Brown. How did that change things for you? Like, what happened? How did it go down?
Well, you know, we were really like unable to get started because we couldn't get the deal done. I have a hard, fast rule, and this is one of the reasons why you don't do anything until all the contracts are signed. When people are arguing with you about minutia in the boilerplate, it's a warning sign. It's like a giant red light flashing in your eyes. So once this got done, I mean, and I'll address it in my remarks today, but I mean, Yvonne, I called him up, I said, do you think there's any interest? He said, give me a couple of days, call me back in a couple of days, yes, we want the fight. Sent him a contract a couple of days after that and found that on my desk the next morning. That's how you make a fight. From there on, we were in our office coming up with that poster that day and having so much fun, and so we just like got on the expressway.
Now,
Which is the way we like to do it.
What does it say? When I asked Kovalev that Kovalev is the same promoter. I mean, Alvarez is the same promoter with Stevenson, and it took literally days to make the fight. But with Stevenson, it's been 3 years.
That should tell you.
Or more.
That should tell you who the impediment is. Shouldn't it?
Kathy, the same thing I asked Sergey. Do you think will it be tough at all for him at 35 to be 100% motivated when he's been in those big fights against a guy like Alvarez?
I don't know why he wouldn't be. This is a guy who is, undefeated and has been denied his opportunity for years. And the way he stepped up to this fight at a moment's notice tells me he was not the impediment with Stevenson either. He should be motivated. That's how you lose your title if you're not. And I've seen too many, terrific fighters on the day they show up unmotivated. That's what makes a great champion. This will be Sergey's 14th title fight in his life. He is approaching the point where he will have had more title fights than regular fights. And that's what a great champion does, and that's what he is, and I expect him to continue to be that.
How dangerous is Alvarez to Kovalev? How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, that's really more of a question for Jolene than for me. I know she's not here today. I'm more about the marketing. I just saw Storm and Pressure. Yes, we have superheroes here. And, he's a talent. I've seen him fight, a couple times. I mean, he's undefeated. He's got some good wins. He's a good fighter. He beat Isaac Shalemba in a close fight. So I would say, he's at a level perhaps above that now because he's got more experience, whatever. He's fast. He's got skill. This is a guy you've got to be up for. You're not gonna beat him if you don't come with your A game. So Sergey should be coming with his A game. I expect him to.
The question a lot of people put out there around Sergey is he mentally 100% after the 2 fights with Andre Ward? Do you see that he is?
Sure looked that way to me today. What did you think? Yeah. That's again. It's not about having an L on your record. It's about what you do in your career. It's about what you create. How many memories you make for your fans. Again, you guys have me doing my speech ahead of time here, but that's what this is about. This is what makes a legacy. This is what makes a great fighter. I mean, Marvin Hagler lost fights. Ray Leonard lost fights. I mean, I could go on all day with great fighters who lost fights. He lost a fight. What makes you a champion is what you do once you lose. I have a dear friend who told me who's faced a lot of adversity in her life. She was very ill when she was a child. She said, my mother told me it's not the problems you have that define you. It's how you handle it. And this is what will define Sergey.
How do you feel his second run after losing the war could be, being that it seems like light heavyweight is literally one of the top 3 divisions right now?
I mean, this is great, and this is what we knew going into that fight. That's what, fortunately, again, we're going to talk today about this. This month is our 40th, marks the anniversary of our 40th year since we were incorporated. When you have that kind of experience, when you've seen guys, I've seen Evander Holyfield, the night he lost to Riddick Bowe, we thought it was over. We thought we were crying, we were weeping, and we thought his life was over, his career was over. Look at the things he did after that. The fights with Tyson, the comeback and the win with Bowe. I mean, does anybody, when they hear about Evander Holyfield, the first thing they think of is he lost to Riddick Bowe?
No, he beat Tyson.
Beating Tyson.
Yeah.
That's knocking Tyson out.
How you leave them. And he's the guy who's going to be able to pull that off. I've been saying since I met him, he reminds me more of Evander than anyone I've ever known in my life. They are character, they are drive, something about what's inside them even though they come from the two most opposite worlds you can imagine, it's exactly the same. Their belief in themselves, their stubbornness, all the things that characterize them, that make them different, they're the same guy. So I always knew this guy was going to be able to bounce back. And you know what? It took him a little time. He worked it out. I learned from my husband, give him a couple confidence builders when they come back. This is what you need to do. You don't throw him in the toughest fight you can find. A lot of people make that mistake. He stepped up. He made it entertaining for everybody on those 2 nights, and he gave the fans what they came to see, and he's going to do that again.